Chapter 80 of Mayonaka Heart Tomb. We're just gonna hop straight into it. So we start off the chapter with a cool color spread. It's of Iko and Rika. Not too much to say about it. Pretty cool, they're playing games. But the actual chapter starts off at the school. We're done with the whole promotional exam arc. Now they're just planning for a school trip, and it seems like they're gonna go take a trip to Kobe. Throughout this chapter, we kind of get all of the girls' opinions on the trip and what they kind of expect going into it. We start off with Iko. She's like, I don't even really want to go. She's not really into it. Probably wants to stay playing video games, doing whatever, being a VTuber. And she's just kind of zoned out when they're talking about everything. So what we're getting from this chapter is Iko and Rika, they're in like the same classroom, while the other girls are in other classrooms. So basically we're getting Rika and Iko's interaction with their like friend group in the class. And then yeah, we cut to Shinobu. She's in a classroom by herself, and she's just thinking about back to Skytree when she went on the date with Yamabuki, and saying that would be nice to do something like that again, kind of signifying that she also wants to see the night views of Kobe. She's thinking so hard that she doesn't notice one of the girls trying to talk to her, and then she starts to get tickled or whatever. Just a little spacing out moment, nothing too crazy. But the girls make fun of her for spacing out, saying, oh, I bet you were imagining seeing these views with your boyfriend, right? And this kind of gets Shinobu a little flustered, a little embarrassed, and then the girls just continue to poke fun at her. And yeah, that's kind of about it. And then next we move on to Nene. I guess every single class is talking about these great night views that they have. And Nene's just thinking to herself that every single one of the girls is gonna ask Yamabuki like to see the night views with them. She's thinking back to how their whole situation is just so complicated because Yamabuki knows that all the girls like him and he's not making it any easier for them. Basically, as Nene's thinking about Yamabuki, right, she's in her kind of Tsundere mode, and she accidentally like flips on one of her classmates. But yeah, after class is over, Nene continues to walk to the club room. She thought she locked the door, but there's people inside, and guess who it is, right? It's Shinobu asking Yamabuki to go watch the night sky with her on their like school trip. She gets a little embarrassed because she's watching it firsthand, and she's like, I knew this was gonna happen. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on with Shinobu, bro. I don't know what she's been drinking, what's in the water, bro, but she's been getting a little feisty. She's been getting a little assertive, a little aggressive in the series, right? She's had this whole like character flip, and it's kind of cool to see. I don't know really what this means for her character. You know, she's my favorite girl in the series. Of course, the Rika stock is just super high. You know, it's really hard to beat the first interaction that he had in the series with someone. But yeah, cool to see nonetheless. And jumping back to the story, Nene sees that Yamabuki accepted, so I guess Shinobu was the first person to ask him. After this, Nene goes and decides, oh, I'm just gonna go follow Yamabuki around to see what he's doing in the day, I guess. So basically, while tailing Yamabuki, Nene witnesses Rika also asking to go see the night views with Yamabuki, right? So basically her prophecy is coming true. Like, why wouldn't it? But yeah, this chapter is kind of focused on Nene a little bit. We just get to see a little bit more of her character, her little tsundere moments happening. Her really just being, I mean, basically she's just being a peeping Tom in this episode, or not episode, but she's just doing her thing, thinking to herself like, oh, well, you know, Iko's probably also gonna ask, and that's just gonna be that. And because of this, she kind of gains the confidence and is like, so you know what, if everyone's gonna ask, I guess it's just my turn as well. So after all of the announcements are done for the end of the day, all the members in the club are in the club room, and right here during this time, Nene goes and asks Yamabuki if all of them could go watch the night sky together, right? So basically what she's doing here is essentially cock blocking, right? Nene's trying to cock block because she realizes that they can't all go see the night sky, you know, individually, and she doesn't really want that, right? She doesn't want all the other girls to have alone time with Yamabuki, to develop their relationships. So yeah, she suggests that all of them go watch it together, and she's like, oh, well, we should do it like this because it'll be easier to sneak out past the curfew. So she's using a scapegoat to cock block. Oh my gosh, bro. It's like, she's just a menace, bro. She's doing her thing, bro. She knows what she's doing, and she's doing it purposefully because she's a little jealous, right? She can't be true with her feelings, bro. That's just the tsundere type. She just cannot be true to her feelings. She's trying to win Yamabuki over in her own way. And yeah, that's kind of about it, really. And basically right after she says this, Yamabuki says, you know what? No more outings. We're not gonna do this nighttime stuff. And he's just saying, oh, because it's against the rules, we can't do it. Right now, we're basically just getting a little moment of Yamabuki folding a little bit, right? He doesn't know what to do in this situation. And instead of showing weakness or showing like that he's embarrassed or whatever, he just takes the easy way out and just says, no, we're not doing this right now. He has his little speech, his little Yamabuki speech about following the rules, and he just storms out. Once he leaves, we get Nene. You know, she's in distress, a little embarrassed as well, and she says, I'm sorry, and she storms out of the club room. Because, you know, she knows what she did, right? The other girls kind of have a little hunch of what she was doing, because they all know that they all like Yamabuki, and this was just Nene's way of, if I can't have him, then no one can kind of thing. After this whole fiasco, we cut to Nene. She's in the bath. We get a little fan service stuff with Nene, but basically she's just in the bath, thinking to herself about what she did and how she felt relieved when Yamabuki gave his rule saying that like they can't break the rules of the school. But then she's like, oh man, what was I thinking? And she even realizes herself that what she was doing was just kind of sabotaging everyone. She even knew like consciously what she was doing. Yeah, I mean, there's not really too much to be said here. It's like Nene just wants Yamabuki all to herself, right? And if she can't get that, then it's like, well, I'm not gonna let everyone else just have their way with him. This whole time she's still in the bath, she's getting a little dizzy, whatever, and then she's just reflecting on what she could have done better there, right? And it just seems in her character, right, that she's very, you know, she's a tsundere, right? But when she's alone by herself, she does think like a normal human being, saying that if I just want to be alone with him, I should just talk to him about it. But it's just hard for her character, the way that she's set up, to be like that in the moment, right? And she's just envious of all the other girls who, well, basically just Rika and Shinobu, how they can just be so straightforward with him. I think right now, the reality of the situation setting in for Nene, that the dynamic of their relationship, like, you know, all the girls' relationship is gonna change and is changing, actively changing, as Yamabuki is being considered as a love interest for all of them, and they can't really stay how they were or how they once were. And that's kind of where we end off the chapter. Pretty short and sweet. We are done with this whole promotional exam arc, which I'm happy about, and we're hopping straight into the next one, which is going to be a trip. Surely some cool stuff's gonna happen there. I did wish that we got some more of Iko and Rika. In particular, Iko, I wish we got a lot more of her. She hasn't had her time to shine yet. I mean, we've had a little bit with the whole VTuber thing, but that was really early into the series. So I'm hoping we get another arc with her, or at least something mini, especially since she's like the only one in the group that doesn't even really want to be on this trip. I think it'd be cool if we focused a lot more on Iko in the coming chapters. But yeah, it was a quick one. It was pretty good. Like, Mayonaka is just so, it's just Mayonaka, bro. Like, the way that they make the chapters after, like at the very end, like the chapter title, you know, they're just kind of funny sometimes. This one is chapter 80, mooning around with the moon in the background. Usually when they have the chapter titles, it kind of relates or it like finishes a statement that was said at like the end of the chapter. So it's like a continuation onto the story a little bit. But yeah, that's really about it. Just a nice Mayonaka chapter, pushing the story forward. And yeah, I'll see y'all later.
I run away, in the world with you. I'm not